For your immediate thought here, easily gettable or could be a little rough?
Easily gettable if Jai Bista keeps going. He should get a bit, if he gets a reasonable start over here, I think so he's on for a big one. He wants to, he's missed out on, past few innings. But today, this is a gettable total. So he would like to take the responsibility and, perform.
Yep, well, he's a wonderful bat. That's what we know. Prasad opens up. So, not entirely surprising that Yadav would go with left-arm spin to begin with, because he got a right-hander there as well. Bista and Harsh put on some quick runs in their opening match, but got out pretty cheap. Thereafter, of course, Parag Kanapurkar played fabulous innings. But good thinking here to get Prasad in right away. A little slow. The pitch. Cut away. That'll be the first boundary. You find the gap there. There's nobody at the boundary. And Jai Bista, the skipper, is off.
Yes, a very good stroke by Jai Bista. I think a little bit short, and the ball is new. He should not bowl short deliveries. The ball is skidding. Now the wicket is really, turning out to be a good batting track. So, he should be bowling a little up, Prasad Patil.
Yeah, just slightly loose, but how quickly did Bista pounce on that? Oh, down leg. There is, of course, a little bit of cover there with that deep square leg fielder. But that wasn't a clever delivery. I think Prasad, too, might be a little nervous when you're defending such a low total. Sometimes the bowlers can just maybe try too much, or if their nerves show, there really isn't too much margin for error here.
Yes, there isn't any margin for error. Here we have Harsh Tank. He's played a good innings, got a start, but couldn't capitalize in the previous match. But today he'll be looking to change that.
Well, he looked attractive for the runs he got during the first match. Not too many of them, mind you. And drifting down leg. Tank misses out. Should have just clipped that away for at least a couple of runs. But I suppose you'll have to give him some time to settle down.
In T20, I don't think so there's any time to settle down. The bowler has to learn very fast, bowl to the field very fast.
True. Again down leg. And this time no chance for that fielder. And Prasad just erring in line and paying the penalty. 3 deliveries, all down leg.
Yes, that's a very good shot, and Jai Bista is a very good player. You can't bowl short to him. This is an outstanding shot, and the bowler is not learning from his mistakes. That's the most important thing.
Well, that's a shame. 10 runs in the very first over off the lefty orthodox. That's not what Suryakumar Yadav might have expected of Patil. Much better. That's what you want. Finally comes back well to end that first over. Still 10 off it. Jai Bista, 2 boundaries in his 9. And the last thing Suryakumar Yadav would have wanted is to give 10 runs away in that opening over. Because when you're defending only 143, an over like that can just make shoulders drop a bit, Sulakshana.
Yes, the ball is really hard. It's a new ball they're bowling, so spinners have no chance to give room. They should bowl to their field and bowl a little up, because if you bowl short, you're not gonna be in a pleasant area.
They will continue with spin. Parikshit Sankar. Now they are right-handers and he's a leggy, so we'll see how this one will go. Yeah, he's pretty quick. And well fielded through his body behind the ball. That's the kind of effort that is required from Triumph Knights.
Here again, another short delivery. I think so. This is what Surya Kumar Yadav doesn't want. He wants his bowler to bowl a little bit up and not short. Definitely not short.
Well, the lefty orthodox couldn't quite control his line nor his length. So much more difficult for a wrist spinner. And that was a smart cut, that's for sure. Sharp cut.
Yes, but the quality of batsmen is really high over here. So you can't give excuses. The captain is looking up to you. You have to deliver.
Vista now. And that's at least better line for sure. Marginally short, much better delivery. Vista watchful.
Yes, it is within the stumps. That's what's important. You're not giving room and you're bowling within the stumps. That's a most important thing, and this is what he has to do.
It's 2 out of 2. We like what the leggy is doing. 3 balls, only 1 run. Under the circumstances, that's a wonderful start. You can just keep it going. The first 3 balls are good. Got to end well too. Again, nice and full. And through the gap there on the cover region. Vista is just looking so confident, so smooth.
Yes, you look at that cover drive. He's so focused. Just look at his balance. Look at the way he's, just timed the ball, waited for the ball. This is what is needed at this time of the game, to control. He's controlling the shot really well.
Yeah, but there's such a small margin for error. That one was just a shade too full. Vista reached across much better this time. Yes, a single's okay. It's not going to do too much damage. I think Parikshit's going to be very disappointed giving that boundary away. Just a shade too full.
Yes, but yet again, Vista is a very good bat, and we cannot deny that. A little bit of margin of error, and he's going to capitalize on that.
As he did. So Harsh Tank now hasn't gotten much of the strike so far. Plays it out towards longer for a single. So under the circumstances, not such a bad over. 7 given by Parikshit, and it's 17 for no loss. Well, just from the first 2 overs, it looks like Super Supersonics are halfway there. Of course, there's still a long distance to go for 143. But they've started out in fine fashion. Vista, the captain particularly, and Harsh Tank just giving him a little bit of support here. On strike now.
They've got a good start, and they don't want to give this off. They just have to hang in there. Harsh has to not do anything wrong, not go for a big shot, just try and keep it cool. And, the bowlers are giving them those bad deliveries.
Prasad for his second over. Short and down leg again. This time he gets away with it. What's the game plan here? Can't get his line right, Prasad. His down leg side. Very often they're opening over, and here again.
Sometimes it gets very difficult to bowl with a new ball. The ball is hard, and, these bowlers are not sometimes used to doing that, and it's a pressure situation.
Oh, through the gap between square leg and fine. Short fine, and no way they can get to that. So once again, angling down leg and paying the penalty. Prasad has let his skipper down, we think.
See, this is what he's doing. He's bowling on both sides of the wicket, and a captain cannot do that. Put a feel for this sort of bowling. You're bowling both sides of the wicket. Really, it's not done.
Come on, Prasad. How are you going to come back? For starters, keep it outside off. Better. Up in the air. And no cover there. So 1 bounce 4. But that was just a marginally better ball. Of course, the length was not quite right there. A half volley put away easily by Harsh Thane. So 2 boundaries for Harsh now. And he is matching the skipper.
Yes, that's a beautiful lofted shot over the covers. And this is what I'm saying. You can't be bowling on both sides of the wicket. You're bowling full, you're bowling short, you're bowling on the leg side. So you should stick to one line.
What's the reply, Prasad? Again, full. There is a long off, so just a single under the circumstances. They'll take the singles. The bowling side will be a little relieved.
Yeah, that's a better ball. Bowling to his field, you know. So, but I don't think so. The Supersonics have to do something special. They are getting those bad deliveries and they're putting them to the boundaries. So that's what is needed. So they're keeping it simple. That's what is needed.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special, but more important, they don't need to do anything silly because they can just walk this 144 for a win. Yeah, better line for sure. Just a little short, but better line. So 9 of this over from Prasad as well. He's given 18 in his 2. After 3, it's 26 for no loss. Harsh also getting a couple of boundaries. Jay Bista, the skipper, starting out very well. Such a fluent batsman. Joy to watch. 14 from 10. And we haven't even seen his other skill yet. He's a wonderful runner between the wickets. Very athletic. We have a bowling change, although the leggy didn't do such a bad job. But now, Vinayak Bhoyad comes in. 9 wickets in the tournament so far. This is his 9th match and a very, very good economy rate. 5.72. The skipper would love it if he's anywhere near that. Yeah,
yes,
that's a better line. And oh, just past that field. He might be able to pull it back. He does. Good for 2. Oh, just 1.
Definitely. Good bowling change. And that was just going to get paid off. But it just went in between the 2 fielders, backward of point and short third man. And definitely Jay Bista on strike.
Oh, beautiful. Such a joy to watch that cover drive. Didn't overdo it, just leaned into it. Fabulous, Jay Bista. The team's not applauding, they should. What a terrific shot, Salakshana.
He is timing it so well. He's just timing it. Just look at that follow through. You know, he just timed it, and it's such wonderful talent. This guy, Jay Bista. You know, it's
2 out of 2 this time on the back foot. Just rocked that a bit. Shifted his weight and pierced the gap again. This is superb batting. Nothing terribly wrong with that ball, but Bista's in great form.
yes, he is. Is the bat better or the shot better? The willow is better or he's timing it better? Both, I think so. It's wonderful to see him in this nick and hope he carries on.
And nicely, John just jabs it for a single. Vinayak Bhoyad might be wondering what was wrong with those 2 deliveries. One, of course, was just slightly too full, and one was slightly too short. So a front foot cover drive, a back foot cover drive. Bista has shown 2 magnificent shots, and what has that done? Taken him to a strike rate 177 there, just a shade too full.
Yes, and this one on the back foot. He is the poster boy of Mumbai cricket. And definitely we would like to see him bat in this passion.
So 3 singles and 2 boundaries in this opening over by Vinayak Bhoyad, and Jay Bista has shown his class. I like that word, poster boy of Mumbai cricket. He's certainly the poster boy of Supersonics, the skipper. And, you know, Milind and I were talking earlier about the unfairness of winning the toss. He did win the toss and elected to field first. That's helped him a lot.
Yes, he's, I said poster boy of Mumbai cricket because he's a confident young cricketer. He carries himself very well on and off the field. And Supersonics are 38 in 4 overs. overs and 2 overs still to go for the power play, and we can see a good power play performance over here.
So we're Supersonics, well, chasing that score down at supersonic speed. 4 overs, 38 runs, and nothing that has indicated any dangerous play. Tank, of course, has had less strike. He's shown his abilities, and Vista has been magnificent. Sweet, fluid, graceful. And he's on strike now against a medium pacer. Royston Dias comes in from the north end, or the commentator's end. And taken, that's brilliant. Vista looks so disappointed, and he should be. The ball angling across him. Royston Dias strikes the very first delivery just when we were praising Vista's batting ability. He departs.
Royston Dias, his Mumbai teammate, gets him. And a very good catch by Sumit. I think so, nothing wrong with the delivery. Perfect outswinger. And Jai Bista just trying to glide it to the third man, but got...
He goes for 24 from 15, a nice knock, but not enough. 38 for 1.
Left arm over, 5 left.
Supersonics after 4 overs, 38 for 1, and they've lost their first wicket. Their captain, the wicket which they didn't want to lose.
Yeah, well, you know, theoretically speaking, no wicket is to be lost, because everybody liked to remain not out all the time. But Parag Khanapurkar, what a fantastic knock in the opening match this season. 8 sixes. He can hit the ball a long way despite not being a big guy. 96 his score from just, what, 50 deliveries or so. And that's been the highest score in the second season of T20 Mumbai. If he can get anywhere close to that, he can be yet another Dream 11 game changer. Dias, well done, Dias. Oh yeah, what a terrific delivery first up, angling in. And Parag just about keeps it out defensively. Let's just take a look at that wicket again.
Yes, that's an ideal delivery for a left-arm medium pacer. And nothing, the wicketkeeper has done a great job. Sumit, it's a good low catch and good athleticism shown by him.
Yeah, well done, Gary Gaukar. Although I do suspect that Bista was trying to angle it away. Another terrific delivery, big appeal was there. Well, there are 2 sounds there, maybe off the bat. And oh, what a tough start for Parag. He might even be inconvenienced a bit, considering where he got hit eventually.
Yes, I'm just guessing, you know, if something, they should have started with the medium pacer instead of a level. Both ends, they started with spinners. Instead of that, they should have started with the medium pacer. Would have helped the side.
You make a good point. I think Suryakumar Yadav might have overread the situation and said, let's just go with slow spin and make it difficult. But the spinners, you know, I'm not even faulting his thought. It's just that the spinners didn't deliver, because the opening bowler went down leg so often. What are you going to do? What does the skipper do? Where does he place the field? So maybe it wasn't such a bad ploy. You're right. One end medium pace, one end spin might have been better. But the spinner still needed to deliver with better line and length, and that didn't happen.
But sometimes a thing that works for opposition doesn't work for us. So we have the innings so far. See, look at the bowlers. They've bowled short. Or the left-arm pacer spinners, sorry, have bowled short, and definitely the batsmen have played very good shots. They have not tried to do anything extra. They've waited for the loose delivery. And Jai Bista, look at this. He was playing something special yet again.
Well, just a quick reference to Parag. Desperately wanted to get off strike, get to the non-strikers end. But two deliveries, fabulous. He missed them. Let's just go back to taking a look at what
Yes.
Harsh Tank did over extra cover. And Jai Bista was sweet. Off the front foot, off the back foot, brilliant. And then this. Now, he was trying to perhaps run it down, but it went too fine, too thin, and that ended Jai Bista's sweet knock. Oh, very loose. What's Parag trying to do? Like I said, he looks a little desperate there, and we have to credit Royston Dias for a magnificent over.
Yes, he's so cool. Look at his body language. He's not trying to do anything extra. He's just trying to bowl in the right areas. He's come in. He's showing no signs of pressure. You know, that's the way you have to be at this level. You know, you've got the Ranji experience behind you, and you're using it here. It's such a good advantage to your team.
Royston Dias, fantastic opening over, last delivery. Yeah, it was pretty full. I don't think they'll get two off it, but Parag Kanapurkar finally gets off the mark. And he will possibly retain strike. End of 5 overs, it's 39 for 1.
Welcome back. A Bista special wasn't to be. 5 boundaries for the young captain Jai Bista. The Sobo Supersonics off to a confident start. A breezy start, lots of boundaries coming in. You're watching us live from the Wankhede Stadium. This is day 3 of the T20 Mumbai. Manish Batavia in the commentary box with Milind Rege alongside. Milind, looks like a different pitch because that man on your screen made it look different.
Yeah, Jai Bista has hit some great shots. The driving was so much like Virat Kohli, that square cut, this one. But he gets too impetuous. He doesn't put a break on his innings. He has to watch. He wants to hit every ball, takes undue risk many a time. While I do understand that this format of the game needs risk to be taken, but Jai Bista is too mature a player. Is that out? Is that out? That's a confident appeal. Why would the umpire want to ask the square leg umpire? It's gone straight. There's no question of not seeing that ball go straight in the keeper's hand, unless he wants to refer it.
Now, how crucial is this moment in the context of this game? They will go upstairs. They will refer it to the third umpire. Was that a bump ball? Was there an edge? Parag Kanapurkar, the star of the Supersonics, triumphant outing on day 1.
The umpire's call is an out. Let's have a look at that. That's okay. Absolutely no problems with that. Now, did he touch it? Did the ball go off the... I think he's out. Because... Did his bat hit the ground?
Tough to say from that side-on angle. Did the bat touch the ground?
From this angle, you get the feeling that the bat has hit the ground. Let's have a look at that.
Might be a travesty for Parag Kanapurkar if this one goes against him. Lovely incoming Yorker. The noise suggests that it was bat and ball. Milind.
I don't think so, but I can't make a decision. We are not the experts on that. But I got the impression that the bat has hit the ground first. See that? The noise is coming before the ball has passed.
You see a little bit of dust, that dust as well. There you see that little bit of dust. It's surely a case of bat hitting ground. However, did the bat touch the ball a little bit as well? That's what the third umpire has to decide. A close one this, a crucial moment in this game, Milind.
You get the feel that there is a gap between the bat and the ball. It's a tough decision, a tough one for the umpire, really. Have a look at that. That's the gap. See that gap there?
And
Difficult.
there you see on that frame, that paused frame, a little bit of that soil off the wicket in the air as well. Tough one. I wouldn't want to be the third umpire on this occasion. Not out it is. Not enough evidence.
Oh, I think the evidence is quite clear, Manish. The ball did hit the bat did hit the ground first, and there was daylight between the ball and the bat.
It's a sound that would have perhaps excited the bowlers and the wicketkeeper.
This was the wicket they're looking at. No point in arguing, no point in discussing. The third umpire has seen several replays of that.
But they've looked at multiple angles. I think the discussion is about the soft signal. Surya Kumar Yadav, the experienced campaigner, not happy. He knows how crucial Parag Khanapurkar's wicket is. He was their batting star for the Supersonics in that first game that they won. Anyhow, it's over. Got to move on then.
They need this wicket. They need a quick wicket now. Oh, that's nicely played. Is it gone straight? Just over the top, taking two.
Now, these moments can affect different batsmen differently. It might end up being a wake-up call for Parag Khanapurkar. Lots of fans here at the Wankhede Stadium. There they are, the Atul Projects fan army. Well, they've got pretty good real estate at the Wankhede Stadium, the lower deck of the Garware Pavilion. Happy bunch. Nice color-coordinated t-shirts. The Atul Projects fan army pitched up. Change of pace. Takes one hand off the bat. Gets four.
Parag Khanapurkar continues from very left yesterday. Coming and screeching that drive through point. Look at the gap he makes. Half volley, just open the face of his bat and just let it pass, even if it's a one-handed shot.
Got 96 in that game. Parag Khanapurkar, player of the match. They need 99 of 87. Now, a middling total like this, if you were coach, if you were... Oh, lovely. Absolute beauty. Just watch that. Admire it. I can't wait for the replay.
I love these straight shots. I love batsmen playing with the full face of the bat. And look at it, nothing better. And look at that follow through. Absolutely delightful. He's in great nick, Parag Khanapurkar. It's a big distance in the middle of the bat. Rises and tall for that shot. Wonderful shot.
Knows the cameras are around, photographers are around. Balls for that extra second for the photographers. Good man, Parag Khanapurkar. They've already crossed the 50-run mark.
Finish well, Bhagya.
92 more needed of 85. Unfortunate to see Jai Bista missing out, but some of those shots were gorgeous, weren't they? Just goes to show, and of course, Sulakshana called him the poster boy of Mumbai cricket. Do you agree?
Well, let's concentrate on his batting at the moment, Parag's. 13 runs already of 5. They are on their way. 8.01 is 91 is the run rate, bringing the required run rate to just 6.49. Under the current scenario, and a good wicket to bat on, that should not be a problem unless they lose some wickets.
Ashtank knows that his partner's found some rhythm, no need to take any risks. Happy to take that single to end the over. 6 gone, 53 for 1. That's the Atul Projects run graph. This team belongs to South Mumbai, and that graphic very representative of how South Mumbai looks. Lots and lots of those skyscrapers. The tallest being giving them 15 runs, which was the last over of Aakash. 53 in the power play, chasing a not so big total million. Everything on course.
Absolutely, Manish. They are right on target with a run rate which is almost 9. Did he play across the line? That's important. Parikshit, no, that would have possibly missed the leg stump. And Parikshit always tends to bowl the googly more than the leg break. One wicket here. Oh, that's a nice little shot. Opening the face of the bat. Will he get 3 for it? They should run harder. They have to run harder than that.
Slightly lazy, I thought. For a moment, he might have thought it's going to go away anyway. Why run? Why work hard? I thought he could have had an extra run there. 89 more needed of 82.
There you see him opening the face. Look at that running between. Extremely casual. Now, look at this. This point in time, Parikshit is not even looking at his partner. He has to be aware of these things. He has to look at his partner. Talk. When you're crossing, you need to talk, whether you're coming for the third one. Have a look at it. Let's try the third one. Put pressure on the fielder.
Ashtank got a start in that last game. We'll want to convert this in a big one. Not chasing 180, 190. An opportunity to get their eye in. Three fielders in pursuit, using a little bit of football. Looks okay to me. Yep, good enough. Parikshit Valasankar, the bowler. Love the sound of some of these Maharashtrian surnames, brilliant, but some foreign commentators perhaps get them wrong at times. Does that upset you as a proud Maharashtrian?
I always feel that a name is to be pronounced the way it should. I'll tell you a little tale. When Richie Beno used to call Viswanath, the Dream 11 pointer, and I'll come to that story. Still yet early times. Still many of matches to go. It's coming back to that story of Beno calling the great commentator, the great Australian captain, calling Viswanath. The next time Vishy met him, he called him Benard.
Did the West Indians like to, did they think you were reggae, the music wala reggae? Or did they say reggae?
Unfortunately, I never met a West Indian cricketer. But my name was easy to pronounce because reggae is famous for his music. But only thing is spelled R-E-G-G-A-E. Mine is not.
Well, for years they got the pronunciation of Gavaskar wrong, Tendulkar wrong. This is Gavaskar or Tendulkar. Actually, Gavaskar, Tendulkar, Manjrekar. I've seen Alan Wilkins get it right. Manjrekar, not Manjraika. We'll come back to that. 7 gone, 56 for 1. Right, in pursuit of a not-so-big total, the Supersonics 88 runs away from their second consecutive win in this edition of the T20 Mumbai. The second season, it's bigger, better, grander. 2 more teams, more players, more parts of Mumbai being represented. Excellent power play, and Kalpesh Sawan comes in with his right arm off spin. Right, so we were on to how commentators across the world pronounce Indian names, Mr. Reggae.
Well, I think by to be fair to them now, when they come to India and start their commentary, I think they're all very correct in their pronunciation. Otherwise, earlier on, it wasn't so good. But I guess the lure of commenting in India, they better pronounce names correctly. And I, for one, feel that that's the right way to go about things.
Shot outside the off stump, capitalizes, cracked it away. Love that sound of bat to ball, the sweet sound of bat to ball.
Just crunched it. That's the way. Look at the time he gets. Plenty of time, short delivery, almost a half tracker. He could have hit it anywhere really. But you need to take advantage. You need to take advantage of these short deliveries. Once again, beautifully driven. Good stop.
Talking of pronunciations, we'll come back to that, but let's take a look at Harsh Tank's pads. Now, a lot of people who don't know where these are available, they would say, oh, these are the same pads that Tendulkar used to wear. These, what's the difference, Milind?
These are not the pads that Tendulkar or Gavaskar wore. Those were different. These are some new, this is a new brand, new way of pads. But I can tell you, they must be mighty light. You don't even know they're on your feet, on your legs, rather.
Oh, outside edge, no slip in place. There is a fielder at short third man who will cut it off. Where are those Tendulkar style pads available? Are they still available somewhere near Azad Maidan, Shivaji Park?
Well, I don't really know whether they are. But somewhere along the line you can get them, probably in England.
On that story of pronunciations, one of my pet peeves is seeing commentators say Hardik Pandya instead of Pandya. So Gujarati surname Pandya, not Pandya, not very difficult to get it right.
Yeah, you're right, absolutely. But they're doing better. They're not saying something else. They're pronouncing the name Hardik correctly.
Hardik Pandya. Also with Ravindra Jadeja, it's not Jadeja, it's Jadeja. Being a proud Gujarati, I prefer if they get that right. Parag Khanapurkar and Harsh Tank stitching together a nice partnership. Nicely hit, picks his gap. Audacious shot that for a 6.
They're on the way. It's the Sobo Supersonics. Nicely picked, this one. Full face of the bat. Always knew he had to hit it in that area. Clears the fence.
Right in his slot. Picked his spot there. Good confident shot, not much help. It's clearly gotten easier to bat on, isn't it, Milind?
Yeah, that's the whole point. You know, it's amazing how these wickets behave sometimes. You know for sure that when you win the toss, you've got a distinct advantage because the ball just doesn't come onto the bat.
8 gone, 69 for 1. Welcome back, Suryakumar Yadav. 7 monstrous 6s in that innings on day 1. A game that his team lost. Scored our maximum 6s. 7 of that innings for Suryakumar Yadav, perched on top of this table. Khanapurkar got 6 in that innings of 96. Sujit Nayak, although the Namo Bandra Blasters lost the game, but got 5 6s in that. We'll see many more 6s in the days to come. Remember, this is only day 3. We've got 7 more days of double headers, followed by the semis and then the final.
No need to hurry. Pick the singles. Hit an occasional boundary. Oh, that one turned. But extremely well played with the full face of the bat. slight turn sometimes. Instead of keeping on hitting the deck, I think they must try and spin the ball, because it's very difficult to drive if you're spinning the ball. But T20 is not the place where you can toss the ball. But I can still tell you, the great Bishan Singh Bedi would have tossed the ball and got many a batsman out with his guile, with his spin, with his arm ball. It would have been great to watch some of these legends of the game playing this level of cricket. Perhaps Bishan would not have played this level.
Got him! Just shot. Went for that big shot. Unable to keep it down. He picked that lone man in that region. Straight to him. And that is the end of Parag Khanapurkar, the danger man. Do the Knights have a foot in the door? 70 for 2.
Look at that shot. Went straight to the fielder, and very good catch. I think that was a brilliant catch. It's difficult to gauge these catches at that distance with the light, but beautiful catch. Now the match seems to be a little open up.
70 for 2.
One more wicket at this stage, Manish, and things open up. Surya Kumar Yadav will use all his captaincy skills to get that breakthrough. 70 for 2 of 8. They're well ahead of the required run rate. That's why it's important for Surya Yadav to get a wicket or two here. And that's exactly what he's going to go for. He's going to go for the slip fielder.
Man Singh Nigade, the new batsman in, and the fall of Parag Khanapurkar's wicket. Has played for Maharashtra in the Ranji Trophy. It's got to steady the ship now. They've gone pretty well so far, can't afford any more hiccups. Let's keep things simple and keep it going.
Surya Kumar Yadav is looking for that one more wicket. He's a shrewd captain, an experienced one.
If you look at that wicket once again, we'll take a look at it once again. Milind, he could have hit that anywhere, would you think?
Let's have a look. But after this ball, probably. Short ball. That's the problem with the short ball. You don't know where to hit. It's so short. And then you mistime it. You try to play it hard. Oh, what a beautiful catch. He's delighted. It's a big dent in the batting team, Supersonics.
Slight glimmer of hope, and oh, there he is. Silly point and slip in place. It's being tested in T20 cricket. A crucial moment. One more wicket, and it might look very, very different. Man in form, Parag Khanapurkar back in the hut. He sent the mid-wicket fielder back to the boundary line. Single always available on the onside.
Toss it up. Toss it up. Oh, giving him enough time to play. Toss it up. Get him on the front foot. Get him to drive or to defend. Because the fielder at silly point and the slip are those who are in catching position. There's where you want your catch.
Two close-in fielders. How often do you see that in T20 cricket? Gets down the track. Not there, not in the range. Altered his length just as he saw the batsman dance down. 9 gone, 70 for 2.
.74 runs needed of 66 balls. What's important here is that the run rate is better than the balls that you need to play. So you can get those runs, but Surya Kumar Yadav will now need to make a dent in the batting side. He will need his wickets. He will have to bring probably a Royston Dias to bowl a few quick deliveries. Probably a few of them, you know, which leave the batsman. Surya Kumar Yadav is going to need all his experience in captaining the side, and he's very good at it. That's the biggest advantage that the Knights have in having a captain of Surya Kumar Yadav's ability.
Right then, who will the captain look at for this over? Royston Dias comes in for his second over. Got the important wicket of Jay Bista. Lovely delivery, so close to the off stump. Getting Jay Bista's edge, got behind. Key man got out when the score was at 38. Harsh Tank and Khanapurkar steadied the ship before the second wicket fell at the score of 70. Can he give his team an important breakthrough here? Once again, outside the off stump, there was Aakash. Was there a misfield? Or was there a chance?
You would have needed a jaunty Rhodes over there. It flew past him. Let's have a look at it. There you see it flew past him. Very low chance. Could have been a brilliant catch, really. The 4 at the end of it all is 4 is a 4.
Hashtag 34 of 22, a strike rate of 154.5. Royston's bowled well so far in that first over. It looked pretty good against Jay Bista. And a lovely delivery to get rid of him.
Knights need to show far more intensity, because that's how you put pressure on the batsman. He's capable of doing a few things with the ball. There again, slashes. Doesn't slash hard enough. Otherwise, it could have probably found square third man's arms. There you see Jay Bista. Beautiful delivery that left him. Jay Bista has this habit of playing inside the line of the ball.
Flirting a little bit outside the off stump. Unable to resist that temptation. Giving away that faint outside edge to the keeper. Khanapurkar and Bista back in the hut. It's now up to Mansingh and Harsh Tank to ensure there are no more hiccups. This time played it off the back foot.
Royston Dias, Manish, is capable of bowling deliveries where he can slow down things, you know, bowl the off cutter or bowl something, a slow leg cutter, where the batsmen need to make mistakes. If you keep on coming and bowling at the same speeds without wearing it the same length and the same line, it's not going to be easy to get a wicket. What they need now is a couple of wickets.
Famous story of how he once bowled a bouncer to Sachin Tendulkar in the nets and went and apologized profusely. And Sachin said, no, it's all right. You're a fast bowler. This time slightly short.
And did he knock him out of the ground the next ball, Sachin?
We'll have to speak to Royston Dias on that story.
Coming back to Tendulkar, 24 years watching him. Even more, because I watched him from the age of 12. So his international innings in my years were 24. Isn't 24? Am I right? And then I watched him at the age of 12, 11 or 12. I'll tell you a story after this ball.
Pulled away. Good enough. Good enough shot.
Great shot, really. Going for pace, Royston Dias. This wicket has no pace, and Royston doesn't have that pace. Look at the time he gets to go on the back foot and put it where he wants.
He just had to clear that inner ring. No protection on the boundary. Disappointment for Royston Dias. We'll come to that Sachin Tendulkar story in the next over. Well, I suppose we'll have to wait for the 16th over when Milind Rege will be back in commentary. Time very soon for you to hear from Charu Sharma and Sulakshana Naik. 11th over onwards. Aakash once again. There's protection on the third man boundary. 10 gone. 81 for 2.
The Supersonics have always been above the asking rate at pink line, under no danger at all. 63 from 60. Conventional wisdom would indicate that with only 2 wickets lost, they should be able to get to that target pretty easily. Parikshit comes in for his third over. He's done well so far, but given only 10 when the other bowlers have gone for plenty. Spinners particularly, so he's done well. I've got Sulakshana Naik with me. Sulakshana, Parikshit comes back, but no bowler is going to find it easy here. Bowling to right-handers, the leggy.
Yes, Shahrukh. Parikshit has done a decent job right now. And 63 of 58 balls is gettable, only if they don't play silly cricket.
Yeah, with 8 wickets left, 1 or 2 silly moves can also be pardoned, because I'm sure there are plenty of batting left. But Parag going early today was a bit of a blow for them. Remember, Man Singh got bogged down the last time he was at the crease, and even now he's 1 from 4. So he was a little shaky to begin with, and they really crowded him. Oh, poor delivery, allowed him to get away with, we think, 2. Can't bowl down leg. It's so easy for the batsman to get a few runs and get out of that problem zone when they first come in.
Charu, I've been a little disappointed in the night spinners. They've been bowling down the leg side, and rank short deliveries. The wicket also of Parag was on a short delivery. He couldn't control the shot.
So now we have a slip. That's the skipper himself. And nice gentle push into the covers for another single. Harsh Tank, of course, batting on 41 now, is sitting short of a 50. Missed out in the opening match. He got out for, what, 10-15 or so. But he looks like a nice batsman, Harsh.
Yes, definitely. He's looking promising today. And they just have to run a ball, keep it simple.
Drops it short.
Yes, that's what they've been doing. Dropping it short. And 86 for 2 at the end of 11 overs.
Supersonics needing 58 of only 54. So, or should we say only 58 of 54. Can't think of an easier chase. But look at the difference between the two teams. Supersonics 86 for 2. And at the same stage, after 11 overs, the Knights were only 65 for 4. So really had a poor batting effort today, the Triumph Knights, Lakshana.
The Triumph Knights today have actually got runs after 12 overs, if you go to see. And the Supersonics have just kept it simple in the bowling, fielding, and even in the batting. They've, they've shown no nerves, no pressure. They've just come here and played good cricketing shots. That's what is important.
Yeah, they seem like a very organized side, well led by Jay Bista.
Jay Bista is definitely a promising young cricketer from Mumbai, and definitely he'll be playing for many years to come, and we'll be seeing some really good cricket from him.
Very organized, Supersonics, and you are right, they've given no cause for any kind of concern. It's been a very quiet, happy passage. Of course, there is the psychological advantage of chasing only 140 and a bit, because you know that you don't have to do anything special. Just a few singles here, the odd boundary, wait for the loose ball, and mentally that really frees you up, because as a batsman you know you don't have to do anything special.
But still we make mistakes, and that is See, oh, that was a really good delivery, but still they managed to steal a single. Yes, Charu, 50 balls and 56 runs. Very easy chase, but I still think they shouldn't make any silly mistakes. This game is really funny.
Well, that's for sure. Cricket's a funny old game, they say, because things can change around. Quick look at the field. Oh, well fielded off his own bowling. Bit of a collision there, but I think it's going to be all okay between Mansingh and Vinayak Bhoyer. Oh, another look at that wonderful shot. It's a terrific car, very special car, and it's going to go to a special cricketer here in T20 Mumbai. Who? We'll find out at the end. Well done, good finish. So just 2 from that over. Good comeback by Vinayak Bhoyer. After 12, it's 88 for 2.
For 2, 56 needed, and Karan More got 55 of 35 deliveries. Surya Kumar did get a good start but couldn't capitalize. I think so. The Deepak Shetty has been the best bowler for Sobo Supersonics. Then Vaibhav and Parag chipped in. Two spinners have bowled really well. Even Durmil Matkar has bowled really well for the Supersonics. Yeah, and the batting card, it's so simple. 56 runs to get.
Yeah, thanks to Harsha's 43, Jay Bista also did well. But they are getting a little bogged down again with Mansingh, who's got 5 from 7. Of course, he has the advantage of not having to really motor along. They're really putting pressure on Mansingh. As I mentioned, the last time around he had a slow 40. And here, luckily, not much to score.
But he can make the match interesting. You know, you don't score, you don't get in singles. You know, the other person at the other end can get bogged down.
Tries to go big, get out of jail. Didn't connect, but Harsh will now take strike. So that's the good news for Sobo Supersonics. I don't think they can get into a really big hole here. 55 from 46 is too easy. But still, as you mentioned, Sulakshana, it's very important to not let the non-striker, if he's doing well, get frustrated because he's not getting the strike. So you got to at least move the strike along. We don't want Mansingh to hit the big shots. Just take the single.
Singles are very important, you know, it keeps the scoreboard moving. We just, in T20, we are just stressing more on big hitting. But I think so singles, you know, they take the game away from you.
Prasad in his final over began badly, but has pulled it back quite well. 1 from 20, 4 balls to go. Short and wide, that's going to be put away. Not for a boundary though, but an easy double. Every once in a while, Prasad has been guilty of line or length, and yet at the end of 4 overs, if the next 3 balls are not hit for too many, he'll have a decent analysis.
Prasad has been bowling really short. If at all he would have bowled in the right areas during the power play, we would have had a match on. But he's made things simple for the opposition.
Aakash Tigers and Thane Eagle strikers will be playing the next match. Arjun Tendulkar is in the middle of the frame on the left, biting his nails. I think his father used to do this pretty often as well, so it's obviously genetic. Bite away, Arjun. Up in the sky, that could be caught. Somebody needs to get underneath it. And it's going to fall just to the left of that charging long off fielder. He's going to get away with that false shot. This is just the kind of break that Triumph Knights needed, but unfortunately not to be.
Yes, a mistimed shot from Harsh, I guess. And this is not needed right now. You know, he can just rotate the strike and just stay there. And, you know, at the end of the, maybe after 15 overs, he can, 17 overs, he can, you know, start charging.
Well, this may exactly showcase what you were talking about, that the non-striker, in that case, Harsh, who wasn't getting much of the strike, just got a little frustrated. This is much better. And yet, no run, but that was a decent shot. And we were just talking about that if Mansingh is just going to hog the bit of the strike and and frustrate Harsh at the other end, and Harsh might like to do something special, and he was very lucky, Harsh, to get away with that.
Yeah, Charu, he was very lucky. But look at this. He's trying, and this is a
Brilliant!
blank.
At the boundary line, that ball would have gone for 6, caught on the side, high up. This is, well, the previous ball was missed. What was Harsh trying to do? Get to his 50 in a blaze of glory? Didn't turn out to be. Who took the catch? It was brilliant. The slog sweep into the cow corner. Aakash Parker, fabulous to keep his balance after taking that catch. That is special. A game changer for sure. Well done.
Harsh Tank made an valiant effort of the 39 deliveries he took for his 47. But definitely this is going to be a match change.
93 for 3. Harsh Tank, the other opener, goes for a well-made 47, but I just wonder if that was a brain fade. What was he trying to do? Tried to hoik it over, long off, missed, got lucky, and then Slog swept it. We'll have to say an extraordinary good catch by Aakash Parker, who could not contribute big with the bat today, but just that one catch will lift the spirits of Triumph Knights.
Charu, you can't be lucky always. You know, he tried it in the previous few deliveries he was trying, but he was not getting it. So, you know, he should have waited. It was too early. They could have, you know, easily cruised home.
Well, for sure. I mean, that seemed like a cruise, a walk in the park to me for Supersonics, but they've made it, should we say, for the neutral observer, interesting now. Yogesh Takawale, the keeper, 75 runs so far in the tournament. Strike rate of, or not in the entire league, that is, not just this year. And the strike rate, nothing to write home about. So this could be interesting. Man Singh hasn't shown a good strike rate. Takawale does not have a good strike rate. And time for Triumph Knights to pull it back. They've got a slip now. The skipper's at slip. Oh, almost the edge. Hands go up, but I did not connect the bat. Still, testing times now for Supersonics, who were cruising, as you said. There's that shot again.
That wasn't brilliant. It was a good strike though, but the brilliant effort at the boundary line by Parker. You know, this is what is needed at this stage of the game. You need to, you know, catch those catches, and you know that brilliant effort is, you know, definitely going to change the portion of the match.
So the skipper, Surya Yadav, is at slip. I'm sure he's delighted at the proceedings at this point of time. Doesn't quite connect. Will they go for 2? They could, and they do. So that's good thinking. Parker had to do all the running himself. Long on and deep mid-wicket too far. Try for lucky, didn't quite connect. No timing there, but he rode that anyway. Man Singh 8 now from 11. And Takawale, of course, has just come in. Hasn't had the strike yet.
Yogesh Takawale is an experienced candidate. Probably they are expecting something from him, and that's the strategy of the Supersonics maybe. That's why he's promoted.
Short. And he's lucky that that didn't go for 4. There's, you know, and the pitch doesn't really have too much pace. Short deliveries really sit up well and are gimmies. So they are allowing Man Singh to collect a little bit of confidence.
Man Singh is showing some signs of aggression. Hopefully, we'll get to see some good striking from him. This is what his team is expecting him to do. That's why he's been, you know, even though he took time in the previous match, he's been still retained that spot.
True, you mentioned the promotion of Takawale. Now, with that kind of a strike rate of well below 100, I wonder if he's their go-to big hitting man. Maybe he's their go-to steady player, and could use a bit of that too.
probably they just want to use his experience at this end, this time around. They don't need big hitting at this time. They just need to, pull the game and get those 20 more runs and take the match till the end.
Well, you make a good point about using Takaule's experience, because if he's an experienced campaigner, he's not likely to panic. This is the stage where teams can somehow at times panic. And even though they've got 7 wickets, and even though they're heavily favored to chase that target down easily, maybe you're right about the term experience, because that's what will steady this ship down for the Supersonics.
I made this point because of his body language. He just looks very calm, and he's in no hurry. He just placed the ball at third man and took a single. That is what experienced players do.
Oh, I detected a bit of a sound there, but it wasn't a very good delivery by Parker. So that's what the Triumph Knights do not need. Yeah, you are right. Takaule looks pretty steady, but it's Harsh here who might hold the key. If he explodes, gets a few runs, or can hold his head, then I think they'll canter easily towards victory. Yadav wondering what more can we offer now? What new tricks can his bowlers offer? Oh, lovely. Straight strike behind the bowler. Did he try the slower one? It was in the slot. And Man Singh took full toll.
That was a perfect cricketing shot. Beautifully. The best place in the cricketing ground to be hit. And Man Singh definitely showing some aggression. And this is what he holds. These shots he can play. That's why his team is backing him.
What does Parker come back with now? Better length, but that's another boundary. Pierces the offside. Threw his bat at it, but eventually turned out to be a wonderful cover drive. And 2 consecutive boundaries, ends the 14th over at 106 for 4. Well, the pink line, the Supersonics, had a relatively easy job. Of course, every once in a while you can, because of bad batting or just bad thought, ruin an easy chase. But they haven't. They've done things, I'm not saying perfectly, but they've done it well. And they would have been sad to lose Jay Bista early. A couple of others as well. Harsh Tank finally going for 47. Just a brain fade there, which is a new buzzword. Parag was a little disappointing today. Scratched around to begin with. Got 15 from 15 after his magnificent 90 in the first match. And Parikshit is back. Final over, given 15. Taking no wickets yet.
Really good cheeky single. This is what is needed. Parag has, Man Singh has shown that he's got that power hitting capacities. That's why he's been retained. That's what we were discussing, and that he's really coming good now.
For sure, even though he's striking only at 121, but they don't need to do anything spectacular. Got him! Parikshit through the gate. And Triumph Knights are not celebrating because they know there's much more to be done. Now, this is quite brilliant. Man Singh, just when we thought he was moving away with a few boundaries into a better strike rate zone, goes for the big one, misses completely. That's not through the gate, beg your pardon. That's outside the outside edge. A little bit of spin. And that has got him 17 for 15 for Man Singh. Negates 107 for 4 now.
$107 for 4, 37 needed of 34 balls. And we have a match here. Charu?
I'd still like to say that the batting side is so heavily favored here. 37 from 34. That's just a walk. A single here, a single there, boundary, and you're home. No panic required. And you mentioned about Takaule and his experience. I think that might be very important now as Usmani walks in, the new man in. But from a very, very strong position, after that rash, I will have to say rash because he didn't clear. Of course, a great catch by Parker. That rash shot by Harsh Tank has suddenly changed things. So here's a look at that magnificent delivery by Parikshit.
Oh, that was a fuller delivery and he just played all over it.
Yeah, played inside the line. Parikshit now 1 for 16, only 4 deliveries left. Well bowled.
107 for 4 and the new batsman in, Usmani. Let's see what he's got. Hopefully he would keep it simple and rotate the strike and give Takawale the more of the strike.
Already has a slip. The skipper's back at slip. But yeah, slightly short. Usmani read it well. Back foot push. Seemed like a confident shot. He doesn't look like a big striker of the ball, but appearances can be deceptive. And of course, they don't need big strikers because with 36 from 33, they can just walk this, Sulakshana.
Charu, they seem to be doing, they have done everything right today, Supersonics. But you never know, when you come towards the end, you know, the whole day you've played good cricket, but you must have missed something at the end of the day.
Well, it's very important to close, and even the biggest and best players sometimes let nerves interfere. The singles they won't mind. It's been a wonderful over so far. 3 runs off it and a wicket for Parikshit. 1 ball left with Usmani there. They need to keep things tight. The field is closing in. They've got a cover and mid-wicket only about 12-13 yards away from the bat. And of course the skipper is at slip. Well done. Pressure from the fielders. Only 3 runs off it, 15 gone. It's 109 for 4. Interesting, this last stage.
Mansingh Nigade's wicket falling at the wrongest possible time. They were cruising along nicely. A steady ship, but just played down the wrong line. 109 for 4, 35 runs away from securing their second win at the T20 Mumbai. Milind Regi alongside. 1 shot too many, Milind, from Mansingh.
I suppose when things are going well, you didn't take the risk. And I presume he was confident. He played reasonably well yesterday. And sometimes you tend to overdo things. But in this format of the game, if you lose a wicket or 2 quickly, there's terrific pressure that comes on you. Look at him. Look at his left leg where it is. Completely not in line. And played away and slight turn. The slight turn always gets you. Surya is not going to leave this opportunity. He's going to play tight. Surya is the kind of captain who would now need to block the runs, get a wicket here and there, and put pressure. The runs are not enough, but pressure can do a lot of things.
But the one positive aspect of the Supersonics chase is that even when the wickets fell, they haven't looked like they would panic. When Bista went, there was a partnership of 32 runs. When Harsh Tank left, they kept having these 30, 20 run partnerships to keep it going. They haven't panicked. This goes to show that everyone's in decent nick. But they've got to make sure they keep things simple to cross the finishing line tonight.
Because they've also taken care of the run rate. When the run rate, you fall behind in the run rate, that's the time the panic sets in. But they've taken care of the run rate, so there's no need to rush. 1s and 2s, singles, 6 singles, 1 boundary here and there is good enough.
Good to see a wise head in Yogesh Takawale. They're looking for the second. Will get it easily. That's the experience of Yogesh Takawale. Nudged it down to fine leg. He knew there was That second run for the taking. Takavli made his first-class debut in 2005 and 6. Now look at that. Ran that first run so hard. Very quick to turn around. He knew he was running towards the danger end, but he was confident. He knew the run was there. He's captain Tripura as well in domestic cricket. Did a couple of seasons in the IPL. Been around the circuit. 16 gone, 113 for 4. Right, so 4 overs left. Who does Surya Kumar Yadav go to? Does he bring back Royston? Or will the batsman use his pace to milk the runs? Does he go to Parker, who's been expensive? Kalpesh Sawant is given away 13. I suppose he could look at Vinayak, Roston. But something's got to happen straight away now. Can't wait until the 19th over. Looks like he's gone with Royston.
He has to bring his experienced bowlers. Both Royston, Dias and Aakash Parker have played for Mumbai. So if they go for runs, there's nothing he can do. He has to bring the experienced bowlers. Royston needs to change his tactics. He needs to bowl those slower deliveries. He cannot bowl deliveries outside the off stump and allow them to be square cut, which is what is missed out today and yesterday also.
4 fielders in the circle. Well, 3 in front of square now. Deep mid-wicket comes in. Inside the circle, short third man's gone back. Last minute change in plan from Surya Kumar Yadav. He knows that the batsman could use Royston's pace. Don't want to leak runs down to the right of the wicket-keeper. An opportunity over the mid-wicket fielder. Outside the off stump, in the block hole, will be a single.
Manish, he's got to bowl that Yorker in the stumps and not outside the stumps, because what he's only doing is helping the batsman, you know, just glide them down to third man. The Yorker has to be fired in the stumps.
Perhaps the fear of that pickup shot, because there's not much cover at the mid-wicket boundary. There's a huge gap between long leg and that long on fielder. But it's perhaps also maybe asking the batsman to play across the line. Shot pulled away. There's a fielder there.
He does have this tendency to bowl short every now and then. Doesn't have the pace for it. So all he has to do is to concentrate on fuller length deliveries, even slow off-cutters, which can make the batsman mistime his shots. But he seems to be a one-dimensional bowler, only concentrating on that off-stump, in and around it, making the ball go away, giving an opportunity to the batsman to play his shots.
I reckon the wicketkeeper heard you and said, "Aage dal, aage dal." One slip in place. Again outside the off stump, nicely square driven. Said nickel, nickel, nickel. Happy to take that second. Good fun to hear the stump mic sometimes.
Maybe Royston can come around the wicket. Possibly he'll get a better angle to fire those Yorkers. Maybe he'll get an opportunity to come in. But this giving room by bowling those deliveries outside the off stump is not helping the bowling side. Surya Kumar's strategy of giving him a slip or a fly slip or whatever you want to call it. I wonder what that slip is there for. Because the catch and the stick is not going to go there. Maybe Surya has different ideas.
27 needed of 21. Can Royston produce a wicket here? Again outside the off stump, not much bite in that delivery, not challenging the batsman enough. At this rate, it should be an easy finish for the Sober Supersonics. On course for their second win in this tournament. 2-2 it should be, it looks like at this stage.
Dias must change his tactics. Surya has now come out into the extra cover area. A fielder is needed over there because his entire length and line is around the off stump and much outside, allowing the batsman to free his arms. That's
Yogesh
better.
Yogesh Takavle had an open stance. A nothing shot. Brilliantly taken. Outstanding catch. Well, we have another twist. It was Aakash Parker, the tall man. Kept his eyes on the ball. Latched onto it. Yogesh Takavle goes. Will the Supersonics have 2 in 2?
Hit the toe end of the bat. Ball came much slower. But look at this catch. Brilliant. Absolutely kept his eyes on the ball. Didn't allow his eyes to draw a foul. Very good catch. 2 good catches by Parker.
One reason why Yogesh Takavle was sent in was to steady the ship and make sure there are no further hiccups. But a rank bat shot goes for 7 of 11, 118 for 5, 26 more needed of 19.
It's interesting that the run rate required is 8.21. And on a wicket like this, where the ball is not coming onto the bat to time the shots, it's interesting. Another wicket, another pressurized wicket, and there'll be a twist in the tail. Yadav is trying to put pressure on by bringing in the slip fielder again. One is to see whether Surya is going to ask him to attack the off stump. He's covering that offside pretty well by coming in the slip himself and moving the square, the third man squarer.
4 inside the circle. Rohan Raje can hit a couple of lusty blows when needed. Long off, long on boundaries, well protected. Outside the off stump, that pull shot. Oh, that's gone. Oh, dropped it. What a golden opportunity it was. 2 wickets in 2 balls. Oh my word, how did he drop that?
Shot, pulled away, hitting the toe end of the bat. And a sitter. Look at that. Just allowed the ball to drop and over still get a boundary. That is not good cricket by the Triumphs.
Insult to injury. 17 gone. It could have been 118 for 6. Instead, it is 122 for 5 now. Well, the equation should have read 26 needed off 18. With 4 wickets left. It looks very, very different now. How quickly can things change, Milan?
26 of 18 is different than 22 from 18. Another wicket, another dot ball creates immense pressure. And that's what is needed to be done. Create pressure, create the panic.
The cricket ball, not a hot potato being flung at you. Not an asteroid or a meteor coming at you. At this level, one expects such catches to be taken. 3 overs left. It's gone with Vinayak Bhoir.
Pitch it up, allow him to drive the ball. Don't give those singles. Panic will set in if you get a wicket.
What happened there? Stiff hands because of the pressure?
Sometimes there are no answers to why you drop the dolliest of catches, isn't it? Really. Amazing. That should have been just pocketed.
Came at quite a speed.
Suri. One bad shot, here.
First one in his eyes, he should have taken that one.
One bad shot here, Boira.
Yes.
Probably the lights are still getting, brighter. Maybe that's the reason. Once again, pulled away to mid-wicket.
Keeper.
Will they get 2? Will they get 2? No, it's just a single.
Good flat throw in. Let's take a look at that drop catch once again.
Pulls it, hits the toe end of the bat.
One bad shot here.
And that should have been taken, but he just lost sight of the ball last minute. You can see he lost sight of the ball.
Through the gate for 4. Won't want to wash it. Quick single then. A chance, half a chance. Wild throw at the stumps.
At this stage of the match, the fielders have to walk in harder, not stand at the 30-yard circle. Walk in harder, make the runs difficult, put pressure on the batsman. He's too deep. It's too deep, really.
My school days, it used to be fashionable to say start lena, fielder log start lena. I don't know if that still happens, but this time goes for a big slog. Where's the fielder? He's going to watch that sail through. A big shot under pressure. Morose looking faces in that Triumph Nights dugout. Sixth number 53 in this tournament was in that slot, asking to be hit. Enough power on it to sail through.
No worries, my lord.
Just timed it beautifully and hit it straight.
Funny game, guys, funny game. No
Got
worries,
behind the
Boina.
ball, didn't play across the ball.
एक विकेट भाई लोग, एक विकेट इधर.
The keeper saying funny game, bhai log, ek wicket.
एक विकेट भाई लोग, एक विकेट. बड़ा गेम हो जाएगा भाई लोग, एक विकेट इधर. पूरा एक काटना ना तू. एक खराब शॉट.
This kind of sledging okay for you? Ek kharab shot.
Amazing how these pressure tactics are applied. And the keeper is trained to do that. The fielding side tells him, baat karte raho.
Milind, did you ever indulge in this kind of chirping?
Never. It wasn't heard of in our times. Never really.
Not a word.
Not a word. I mean, there were no high fives and there was nothing like that. You got a wicket, you were happy about it. The captain would say, well bowled. Things are changing. Pressure is to be there, of course. Shrewd captains like Ashok Pankar. He was a very shrewd captain, you know, ML Jaisima. Great captains. They would make you feel that they're applying pressure very subtly by moving fielders half an inch here, half an inch there, and yet they were at the same spot. They never moved, but they gave the impression that I'm trying to get you out in that position. But sledging and things like that were not the order of the day as far as Indian cricket was concerned.
Things perhaps changed as soon as the television cameras came on. More so when the big screens were put up.
All said and done, cricket has become a tougher game now. It's not played as a sport, it's played as a profession now.
Dice again. This time a wild slog on the offside. They're thinking about who this could be dangerous. He's misses the stumps, the wicket keeper. Another chance goes.
This is unbelievable. What is he doing? What is he arguing?
Let's take a look at what happened there. Not the bowler's fault. Not the bowler's fault. He's well within his rights to be there.
Tempers, pressure. That's what the game is now. 10 runs of 11 balls. 2 dot balls, Royston. Give the last over 8 or 9 runs.
Can he be the Dream 11 game changer? He's edged it. And they've got it finally. Finally they latch on to one. This game is not over. Rohan Raje was furious after that last delivery. Lapse in concentration, as the cliche goes. Plays that rank wild shot. Throws his wicket away. 10 more needed. This game is not over. Oh, close one. Looks safe though.
Looks okay to me. Slashes hard and high. Nicely placed fielder there. And a good catch. These are not easy catches to take. When they swirl in the air and they come down, and the white ball is difficult. But a good wicket. 134 for 6. Rohan Raje gone for 14.
More played a crucial innings. Now with this catch under pressure, perhaps put his hand up. It's taking a claim for the man of the match prize. It's not over. Well, we came close to a super over yesterday, Milind. Maybe now. 10 of 10 needed. Royston has 3 in third. 3 wickets for 23. 4 more deliveries to go. Excellent bowling figures for the left-hander, the left armer.
If Royston can block these 3 deliveries and bowl dot balls, at least 2 if not 3, and avoid more than 2 runs, it'll be interesting. Royston, what are you going to do? Don't bowl that delivery outside the off stump. Bowl it straight at the middle stump in the block hole.
Can't afford to stray either. Fine legs inside the circle. On the stumps, happy to just drive it straight. Who's going to keep it cool, take them through to the finish line? 9 of 9 needed now. Let's take a look at that wicket again. No need whatsoever. Hit that the toe end of the bat. Took one hand off as well. Goodbye, see you later.
That's not called for at all. Such things are not called for. Royston Dias, your aggression should be to get a wicket. When you're hit for a 6, you don't want to look at the batsman. Let's see what Royston does now. Again, short outside the off stump. These singles are important. Well bowled, slower delivery. 8 runs of 8.
Who does Surya Kumar Yadav go to for that last over? Aakash Parkar. It's got, well, either goes to Parkar or Kalpesh Sawant.
Let's see whether Royston does now. That's a good delivery. Well bowled Royston. Another delivery like that will make things a little difficult. 8 of the last 6. The Knights will still be in the game.
4 of the overs so far. And that wicket of Rohan Raje caught More, bowled Royston. The last boundary came 6 deliveries ago. They've got 34. They've lost 3 wickets in the last 30 balls. Amre looks nice and relaxed. Praveen Amre has helped many a youngster in Mumbai. Short ball. Straying down the leg side. Could have bowled a better delivery then. 7 needed of the last over. Are we in for a super over? Surya Kumar Yadav was smiling. What does he have to do? The Aakash Tigers dominated against the defending champions, the Triumph Knights. He lost that game. Surya Kumar Yadav has got a decision to make. Will it be Kalpesh Sawant or will it be Aakash Parkar? Let's call for some help from the dugout. Remember, there's another game coming up. It will be the Eagle Thane Strikers versus the Aakash Tigers. The Aakash Tigers, remember, beat the Triumph Knights in the opening game of this year's T20 Mumbai, featuring Dhawal Kulkarni and Arjun Tendulkar. We'll see what Eagle Thane Strikers do. They are searching for their first win as well. Let's take a look at the wickets. Jai Bista, the first man to go. Royston Dias. And then this catch, they've had a bit of an up and down performance as far as their catching is concerned. But this one was terrific, wasn't it? And then the leg spinner. Laying down the wrong line. Royston Dias got one more. That's Kaya, very well caught by Aakash Parkar. Wickets kept falling. And then this shot. Where was the need for this shot? You pretty much had the game in your bag.
All in all, a very good spell by Royston Dias, 3-4. 26 of 4. Super spell with 2 wickets in the last over. He's put his side in some kind of a situation where they can still win the game, because 7 runs of 6 balls with 2 or 3 dot balls. The first 2 dot balls will help. The wicket, the ball isn't coming onto the bat for you to put a slog in place and hit it over the top. I knew that Aakash would be the last over would be given to him. Experience, played for Mumbai, has done well in the limited over competitions.
Bowling is his third over. It's given away 27 runs, expensive, but well, if you can turn it on in this over, it'll all be forgotten. Doesn't matter. Got to somehow figure a way to close this game. It will be very interesting to see the kind of field Surya Kumar Yadav sets. So important to get those angles right. Surya Kumar Yadav has played a lot of T20 cricket. Has the experience of those pressure IPL games as well. Aakash Parker and Surya Kumar Yadav, the two players who were retained by the Knights. Can this duo give the team their first win? Third man inside the circle. Fine leg on the boundary. Long leg waiting as well. There's a mid wicket as well. Long off waiting. What area can the batsman target? Usmani 10 of 11 on strike now. Can he go up and over? Can he slice it through that backward point region? Right, Milind, on demand, what delivery do you want?
He has to bowl a fuller delivery. He can't pitch a short one because the offside is open completely. It could be hit for a 4. Aakash Parker is clever enough. He's got a good ball, stock ball, which can bowl as a Yorker. He's experienced. He's bowled in such tight situations. There you see he's gliding. He's gone to the 4. I told you.
That's it. That's the area he was looking at. The short third man fielder caught napping. Is that the end of the game? Oh, well, he tried what Malinga tried in that IPL final, trying to come around the wicket. But the line, not what it should have been.
As it is, his bowling from around the wicket with that angle created outside the off stump, it's a 4 for taking. No, Aakash, that's not your line. That line is wrong. You could have possibly put him at... It's too late now to keep him at third man because you've already given 4. Maybe that if you had done it earlier, it could have saved you 3 runs.
Royston Dias, the guilty fielder. Surya Kumar Yadav not happy. Well, he should have perhaps seen the ball being released from the bowler's hand, should have followed it.
Manish, I think it was a wrong idea to bowl around the wicket and at that line, because it's 4 runs for the asking. You're creating an angle where all you have to do is to just dab the ball.
What a key innings, Usmani. Now he is over the wicket, happy to just stroke it through. The damage has been done, or has it? There was a half a chance for the mid-off fielder. Should have attacked it with a little more aggression. 2 needed now of 4. The Knights on the verge of their 2nd consecutive loss. The defending champions. He was home safely.
A matter of 2 runs here and there. Did Triumphs not take those singles in their batting when they were batting? I distinctly remember some of the singles that they were running would have gone to 2. This is the time. Chuck it hard. No, he's too slow. You've got to pounce on the ball. You've got to understand that they will go for the singles. If they hit a boundary, you lost the game. There's nothing you can do. But you've got to attack the ball to stop the singles.
Lalchand Rajput won't be pleased. Was with the Indian team in that inaugural World T20 in South Africa. Surya Kumar Yadav, remember, just 5 games for each team in the league stage. 3 games against teams in your own group and 2 against teams from the opposite group. The Knights on the verge of losing their 2nd consecutive game. The defending champions. Aakash Parker bowled a terrible delivery to start this pressure over. They needed 7 of 6. It looks like it's curtains now. Oh, terrible delivery. For a second, I thought he's going to finish off the game, but unable to connect. Oh, it's still not over. Usmani, the man on strike. They now need 1 of 2. What will one more dot ball do to Usmani's blood pressure? Big game coming out after this. Eagle Thane Strikers versus the Aakash Tigers. Dhawal Kulkarni, Arjun Tendulkar will be in action. Can he finish it off now? Yes, he can. Will land safely. The Supersonics have it. Their second consecutive win. They beat the Arcs and Dairy. Jai Bista's side have now beaten the defending champions, the Triumph Knights, who have lost 2 consecutive games. They lost one on the opening day. They lost their second one on day 3. Just did not have enough runs on the board, Milind.
Yeah, I think there weren't enough runs on the board, but they defended pretty well. If they could take this to the second last ball, I would say they defended well. But it's not good enough. They need to score another 10 more runs would have been a better winning total, but all said and done. It was a good game of cricket, finishing the last over yet again. Supersonics won the game by 4 wickets. A happy team, a satisfied team. There's nothing better than a win, even if it's by a single run.
That's how it looked like. The foundation was laid by Bista and Harshtang. Bista was the first man to go, but didn't really panic, especially the top order. There was a bit of a scare when Man Singh got out. Takavle went in as well. Rohan panicked a little bit, a rush of blood moment, but then it was Usmani's cameo of 16 of 15. That one bad delivery, the start of the 20th over, perhaps making life easy. Small little partnerships by the middle and the lower middle order. But this chase of about 144 was set nicely by Bista and Harshtang with a partnership of 38. Eventually the sober Supersonics kept their cool, held their nerve, and pocketed their second win. Let's take a look at the bowling card. 6 options being chosen. An off day for Parker. Didn't quite finish it off well in that 20th over. Parikshit Valasankar bowled very well. Gave away just 18 runs. Lots of dot balls as well, and this is how it ended. Eventually, the Supersonics win it by 4 wickets. Let's take a look at a few moments from this game of how Jai Bista and Harshtang started this chase. No bad shots, lots of shots through the ground. Some Virat Kohli-esque shots by Jai Bista, the 23-year-old captain. Attacked the bad balls. Not much in the pitch either for the spinners of the Triumph Knights. Some gorgeous cover drives. Even when the ball was marginally shot, they were there with some quick footwork, and well, this one was kissing the outside edge of Jai Bista's bat. A delivery of Royston Dias, and then it was Harshtang who kept going even after his captain left. That gorgeous shot. That one's for the newspapers tomorrow morning. Not much tooth to the Triumph Knights bowling, and it was a very professional display, I must admit, by the Supersonics. They knew it was one of those chases where they had to just stay cool, keep things simple, and that's what they did. There were a few half chances, but unfortunately for the Triumph Knights, it wasn't to be their day. A couple of good catches in the field, saw drop catch as well. There were moments when we felt, the Triumph Knights have perhaps a foot in the door, but somehow the Supersonics managed to keep going in pursuit of that 144. Royston Dias gave their supporters perhaps a whiff of a victory. And then this moment. Not just a drop catch, perhaps this is where things changed. And that big 6 under pressure. Usmani was the man in the end with the cameo. Rohan Raje lost his cool of the previous delivery just before this. Threw his wicket away. And then in the end it was this shot that perhaps sealed the fate of this game. And that's how it all ended. Jai Bista looking extremely confident. Surya Kumar Yadav will have to go back to the drawing board. And that's how it is. The match summary, 143 for 8, not a big score. The Supersonics chasing it down by 4 wickets. The batting stars, Harshtang and Jai Bista. Let's take a look at the Dream 11 stars now. here at the Wankhede Stadium in this match. More did his job with the bat. Shetty was there as well. Royston Dias surely unhappy with the result, but Harsh Tank lucky enough to get there, and so is Mali. And keep an eye on these players as they will continue to perform at the T20 Mumbai. Time for a break. When we come back, we'll have the presentation party.
I've heard stories of legends. Legends who changed the game forever. Of gods who rain down storms from their backs. Stories etched in gold, made from sweat, blood and tears. And the story of their home, where they took their very first steps, where they turned nights into days and scores into records. I have heard stories of sacrifices made to shape a future. I have heard stories of people inspired to follow their lead. Today, I stand where they once stood, holding the pen in my hand. There are many more stories left to be told here at the MCA. I hope you're listening.
Good evening. We're all set for match number 6, our last match on day 3 here in T20 Mumbai. The two new teams are in action, but of course, old friends, now foes to my left, the captains of the two teams. For the Thane strikers, we've got Aditya Tare And to his left, Dhaval Kodkani from Aakash Tigers. And of course, we've got the MCA star, Mr. Jayantilal, with us, who will be tossing. And we've got a match referee, Aarti Vaidya. Thank you so much for joining us. Who's going to call? Is it your call? Okay, let's do it.
Heads.
Heads is the call, and Aarti will confirm. And heads it is. So, there we go. Winning the toss. Take a deep breath. What are you going to do?
You're going to bowl first.
Aditya, all right. Now, you played really well individually last time around. What new can the team do to win? Because you need that quickly.
Well, I think we played good cricket. Hope there is a scope for improvement in our fielding and bowling, and hopefully the boys can come back strong. We just, we want to have some points on the board starting today. So, yeah, we'll try our best.
Without question. Any pressure in the team? What about the morale losing that first one? High-scoring match, though.
Yes, I mean, we just lost by 6 runs, so I think that gives us a lot of confidence, chasing 190 and losing by 6 runs gives us a lot of confidence going forward. So, boys are pretty pumped. Hopefully, we can pull up a result that we want.
Happy to chase again?
Yes, absolutely. I think evening games, the pitch just gets better, plus the dew coming in later on in the night just helps while batting. So, hopefully, we can exploit that.
Changes in any area?
Yes, couple of changes. We've added a batsman and we've swapped a bowler for a bowler. Fast bowler for fast bowler.
Good luck, Aditya.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Naval, no luck with the toss. You will be batting first. Okay with you?
We would have bowled first, looking at the conditions, and there's dew during the second innings, but nonetheless, we would like to put a good score on the board and defend it.
All right, you guys are the new stars on the block. Win in your very first match against the defending champions. That must have done wonders for the morale.
Yeah, the boys played good cricket. That's what we were looking for. I just asked them to keep up the intensity and put in efforts, and that's what they delivered.
And changes despite winning?
No, we are going with the same team.
Figures. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, there we are at the toss for this final match. Aditya Thane won the toss, and he's happy to bowl first. Well, the one thing that we were missing was a low-scoring thriller. We're not missing that anymore because that's what the match was. Incredible finish. And of course, congratulations to the winner. A big thank you to everybody here at the Wankhede Stadium. Thank you for being here. Hope you're enjoying the matches. And of course, to all of you watching on television, thanks for joining us. Also, big thank you to our sponsors of T20 Mumbai, Dream 11, Skoda, Atul Projects, Wardwiz, Seagate and Bisleri. And now my task to introduce the presentation party. To begin with, on my left, from the MCA, Mr. Naveen Shetty. To his left, from the Supersonics, their owner, Mr. Gurmeet Singh. Congratulations. And to his left, from Triumph Knights, Ms. Aparna Thakur. You'll get your turn, don't worry. You've got a very good team. All right, let's have a quick chat with the captain that won today. From the Supersonics, step up, Jay Bista. Congratulations. Well done. Listen, I mean, that was a demonstration of how to make low chase difficult.
Yeah, actually we had a good start, but in the middle overs, again, I think so it should have been chased around 17 to 18 overs, but we'll improve on this and come back stronger next game.
Yeah, I don't mean to be too rough because you did win, congratulations. But you yourself, again, looking so good today, and then just that tickle got caught behind. I'm sure you were very disappointed.
Yeah, a bit disappointed with that. Should have carried the inning through. But yeah, that's like I said, that next game we'll come back stronger and try to win it convincingly rather than keeping it to the last over.
Well, it provides us with a few thrills. That's okay. But listen, I wish you well. You got 2 out of 2, so good luck. It's all going well.
Thank you so much.
Jay Bista, folks, the captain of the Supersonics. And now time to announce the man of the match. He's big, he's tall, he bowled really well. Our first bowler to get that award. It is Deepak Shetty for the 3 for 18 from his 3 overs. The check to be collected, well, actually the trophy first. Do collect your trophy first from Mr. Gurmeet Singh. And then the check from Mr. Naveen Shetty. Congratulations, Deepak, you bowled really well. Kept it very tight in the end. All right, congratulations. How many times now man of the match in T20 Mumbai?
Actually, this is the first time, and I would like to dedicate this to my late grandfather because of him I'm here, and I hope he's proud. That's all.
He's proud, you're proud, your team's proud, well bowled indeed. What were the bowling conditions like? Because you kept thinking the spinners are going to rule the roost, but you bowled really well with your fast bowling.
In the beginning, I felt the wicket was a bit on the faster side, but as the game progressed, I saw that it was a bit on the slower side because my first cutter was better, so I just moved on with it, you know.
You know, the team owes you for making sure that you were chasing only 144 for a win. But sometimes during that chase, what was your thought? Because you were not likely to bat. Did you think, oh gosh, it looks like I might get to bat now for the team?
Honestly, we have a great family, firstly. Secondly, it's cricket, so anything can happen. So you just can't judge whether it's going to be on the bowling side or the batting side. So I had the trust on my team that they will end it well. So
okay, just very quickly, out of the 3 wickets, which one did you enjoy the most?
Obviously, Surya Kumar Yadav. He's my favorite, trust me. He's the best.
Well bowled again. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir.
Deepak Shetty, our man of the match for his 3 for 18. That's all from the presentation arena. Big thank you to the presentation party. We'll take a short break and, of course, we'll continue our coverage of T20 Mumbai. Stay with us.